is on. Check the time. How's everybody today on this Tuesday, November 16th? Some heaviness over this city. I know y'all heard the news. Maybe you did, you didn't. Maybe you got that alarm on your phone last night, the Amber Alert. I didn't get it until 10 o'clock last night, and apparently the young man was abducted from Myrtle Street in front of his home by 4 to 5 people. And I didn't get the Amber Alert till almost 10 o'clock last night. But more than that, our kids, our children are under attack. And those of you that have teenagers, better keep your babies close. And if you have problems, you're not sure how to do that anymore, there is help out there. Call us. We have mentors. We can refer you for mental health services. There's 211. Get help. Don't lose your children to the streets. Doesn't make sense. Because there's a war on our kids. There's a war on kids, period. We just don't value children in this society, in this culture. But got to do something. You've got to think of this as your problem. Because if these babies aren't helped when they're young, they don't feel connected to you or anyone else in the community, then they're everybody's problem. Then we have to be afraid. So you got to do something. We have to do something. And again, if you need help, help is here. You know, my phone number is on the front of Classroom, my email, abcinfo.org. Contact us. So here we are. Going to get started. So we are having science today. I hope you guys are making it through this unit. We've moved past the anatomy of the human body, but now we're talking about different functions that go on a deeper level. So we're starting to look at certain systems and operations. And so the lesson from last week was about homeostasis, balance. So let me give you a good example of when your body is out of homeostasis. When you work a job and you're busy all day, there may be probably 2 things we don't do enough. We don't drink enough water, and we don't get up and use the bathroom, right? So you hold it. Then all of a sudden your body's like, if you hold it any longer, you're going to be embarrassed. You will embarrass yourself. Your body is no longer in homeostasis. There's too much water floating around. It has to be relieved. There's a health reason for that. So your body is no longer in homeostasis or balance. So let's take a look and get started. And homeostasis is so important that if your body is not in balance, you can die, because we can talk about many different ways that the body needs balance within the organ systems. Let's take a look here at someone you may know. So when we're really, really hot, right, we may need water, be dehydrating, we're overheating. The stimulus is the sun, it's the temperature. So your brain kicks in and says, what can I do to cool this organism down so that balance is maintained, right? I'm going to cause this person to perspire, all right? So this comes to the brain. I'm going to cause this person to to perspire to release water that will cool him off. So there's your negative feedback, right? From the brain back to the body. If this person is cold, if you're too cold, okay, notice you're cold, the stimulus goes back to the brain, comes from the body again to the response that you're going to start doing what? You're going to shiver, and shivering which actually warms the body. Okay, so there is a whole system that works to keep the body in balance, and that keeping the body in balance is for the preservation of life. Um, so, in the mind and body, everything is working together with homeostasis. You feel hunger when you need to replenish nutrients, right? You go to the bathroom. In order to continue working properly and to feel balanced, you need to satisfy those needs, okay? So, um, homeostasis was something that was named in 1926, and it's so the organism, not just the human body, has the ability to regulate different processes to keep the internal states steady, equilibrium, think of the word equal, and balanced, right? So we're taking into account external things acting on the body, and internal processes take place to keep balance. It's like when you turn the thermostat, um, when you need some heat, you're turning the thermostat up to maintain the balance, the temperature within the house. Or if it's too hot from the heat and you want to cool things off, you may turn on an air conditioning to cool the internal state of the house. You may open some windows, right? So what we have normally too, you may have the heat preset to a certain temperature. Some people in the winter like like a nice toasty 72, some like 68, and some, if you go to bed, you may turn it down to 64, but it's preset most of the time. Well, our body has internal presets that when you go off of that preset, the body's going to try to readjust itself to maintain equilibrium, um, which is like blood sugar levels, blood pressure, things like that. So that's pretty much what equilibrium is about. So I assigned you in the last lesson two videos, but the second video did not work. I apologize for that. I'm going to show you the second video. Of course, you have the link and you're not going to be able to hear it, but I just want to show you it. And this is a good video. I'm going to stop it right here. It's the Amoeba Sisters, and it's all about homeostasis. Okay, so what am I doing? And it's all about homeostasis. So let's see if we can go back to the beginning. It's within Google Classroom. I can't play it because you wouldn't be able to hear it, but I do want you to watch it on your own. And I think we've got a very nice explanation of what goes on within the body, talking about the negative feedback and what happens with the brain and hormones that are released to keep balance in the body. This is a short lesson today because your homework is to look at this video and then answer this worksheet. So then you have a body systems review. You've got to go back and look. And there is, I think, one body system that I didn't go into a whole lot of detail with. So, what I want to do then is how can I find this information? She didn't give it to me. So, we've been talking a lot about reference materials, right? So, into Integumentary system. There's the integumentary system. I just looked it up, which is what I want you to do. It's the largest organ of the body that forms a physical barrier between the external environment and the internal environment that it serves to protect and maintain. And this includes the what? Dermis, epidermis, hypodermis, glands, hair, and nails. So we are talking about, here we go, skin and nails. Okay, skin and nails. So if you're looking at this picture, I just want to highlight it real quick. You're talking about your skin and nails and also hair. Okay, so we can read the skin is the largest organ of our body. All right, it continues, it consists of two distinct layers of tissues, an outer layer and an inner layer. Right. So you can learn functions. It protects against injury, fungal and bacterial attacks, and loss of body moisture. Melanin in the epidermis, melanin protects against exposure to ultraviolet rays and skin cancer. The epidermis, outer part, is responsible for absorbing vitamin D from the sun. Okay. So we're talking about some things that the integumentary system does. So again, learn how to, you're working off of laptops and phones, as I know you are, learn how to use these reference systems, okay? So now let's go back to the worksheet. Name of the body system. What is its role? What does it do? And what organs and structures are involved? Well, we went through everything on this sheet in great detail. You have worksheets for them as well. So I want you to go back and fill that in. And you don't need an answer key for that because it's self-evident if you review the information. But here we go to this where you got to think a little bit. This next page talking about homeostasis and feedback. So homeostasis is a state of what? Well, look at the picture that's given us a context clue. It's a scale. And what do scales do? What do you want scales to do? You want scales to be not like that, not like that. You want scales to be in balance. Okay. So I want you to complete this after watching the video. And as always, Melody's not going to leave you hanging. There you go. You got some answers. That's it for us for today. All right. Be blessed, be well. Keep your babies close. If you got trouble within your family, get that help. Don't lose them to the streets. Don't lose them to depression. Don't lose them to the anxiety and the heaviness that is on our culture right now. So we can save ourselves. And it's never a bad thing to ask for help. It is always good to ask for as much support and help as you can get. So that's it for today, everyone. Be well, be safe, enjoy your day.